Last time on Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies.
Well, what business do you have with me?
Mr. Filch's testimony has revealed a hole in your alibi.
Fine. The truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
The mayor was obviously the killer, so I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him, as I told Professor... Oh, goddammit. I wish it was on purpose.
Here we go.
As I told Prosecutor Blackquill during the recess, I rushed right over to the Fox Chamber when I heard that little Jinxie scream. I saw Mayor Tenma opening the forbidden chamber doors. And that's not all. The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. I killed the Alderman.
He confessed?
I'm the joke, baby. Upon learning of her father's crime, little Jinxie fled without ever noticing me. Immediately after that, the mayor came to, stood up, and opened the forbidden chamber. The demon emerged from his prison. I fled down the hallway to my right with the phone at the end. If Mr. LaBelle had really fled down into the hall with the phone in it, he would have crossed paths with Ms. Tenma. After she discovered the crime scene, she immediately went to call the police. And after making her call, she went back to the main hallway, whereupon she encountered the demon. The encounter happened where the hallways meet. As for Mr. LaBelle, if he had fled here...
Why, yes, the two would have crossed paths.
In short, Ms. Tenma did not see you in the hall.
Mr. Justice, the witness also stated that he heard the mayor confess. If he was lying about hearing the confession from the hall, then where was he when he heard it?
Inside the Fox Chamber. Where else?
But isn't that within the very crime scene?
It is, Your Honor. And that means he's not really a witness. Rather, he's the third party I've been alleging this whole time. Fine. I'll come clean then. I did enter the room after the murder.
Witness is skating on thin ice. I'll remind you that perjury is a very serious crime. And I'm going to give you one more chance. There won't be another.
My goodness, again? Well,
I'm sorry, it's just he always says it, and it's like, it's never true.
it's a trope.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Disillusion Plays Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, where we play the games and do the voices.
Yeah.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Pete.
And I'm Sarah.
Nice.
Nice. And let's see if we end this case today, because Pete insists that we're going to finish the case today.
Look, that's not. No, I just.
No.
I was just there. I was, and I'm like, Florence on the stand. Like, surely we're going to finish this case today.
Don't be
and so
silly.
we're going to have cutscenes to record and
This
stuff.
is
so.
us what you're talking about. We don't finish games
Yeah,
quickly.
we'll finish it like the one line of dialogue before the case
yeah,
ends.
props, yeah.
That's what'll happen. We'll finish today's episode, one line of dialogue before the end of the case.
A point well made. I believe it's time to declare a verdict.
Oh, well, maybe it's over. Maybe it was over before we even started.
This court finds the defendant, Damien Tenma.
I sense an
hold
objection. Hold it. Oh. But who?
But who? Oh.
Hold it! It would seem that my time is at hand.
But Mayor Tenma?
Counselor, there is a matter to which I must testify. I recall it now only for your good graces.
Counselor? Oh, right. He must be me.
Who else would I be talking to?
Has he finally remembered what happened before that blow to his head?
Bailiff, don't just stand there. Stand there. Seize him!
It's no good!
It's no good!
We can't restrain
Jerry,
him!
you were trying to do it. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
We can't restrain him, sir!
Good grief, man!
Barry won't get off my ankles and I'm trying to grab him, but I can't!
Do I have to dock your wages again?
No, please! What am I going to tell my 31 children?
31? Good grief, man. You have been churning them out, haven't you?
That's not very fair. I mean, look.
Your poor wife.
One of them's got to get a job that can pay for the family. It's gotta keep us.
You could start your own business with that. You've got so many staff members already.
That's actually not a bad idea.
You know, we weren't trying to make a full football team, but
I'd say you've got more than enough for a football team. You've got enough for two.
With 31, I suppose it's true, yeah. Let's just say nothing about your 20-something kids, eh?
Wait.
it's hard. It's hard.
Wait a minute. You've got 21. You've got 31. Bloody hellfire.
I said, honestly, sir, it's kind of a problem with our wives feeding off of each other. Because the thing is, you know, Jerry's will have one, and then my wife will be like, oh, I still really want a girl, and then we'll have to pop another one out, and then we pop another one out, and then Jerry's wife says that I want to have another one.
Look. The thing is that Francine was like, but Barry's had another one. I want another one as well. And so I was like, well, I can't say no, can I? I've got to keep my wife happy. I want an happy marriage.
I feel like you should have the snip. If I were...
I mean,
This is getting out of hand.
I mean, honestly, I've tried, but she's
Well, you need to try a bit harder then.
insatiable.
Well, I've been using the withdrawal method, Your Honor, but it's got mixed success.
Yes.
That's a mix.
60% of the time it works all the time.
My mates once said I couldn't pull out my own driveway. I don't know what they mean, though.
Oh my god! Oh, Taylor, I'm gonna advance the text now.
Oh, fuck, gavel.
Oh, gavel!
I don't know who said what there.
I said the F. I started saying the F word.
Sarah.
I
No,
know.
you didn't start. You said it. You said the full
yeah.
thing. The
Just-
whole
yeah.
Monty.
That's,
Know me and despair. For I... Yes?
what?
I thought one of you was going to say something.
No.
No, I just giggled. I'm sorry. I'll not giggle.
Sounds like you've got a guilty conscience there, Mr. Taro.
For I am Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai.
Oh my goodness! What a complete
My dear lord.
show.
Gavel.
You okay, Sarah?
I'm not allowed to speak or
Oh no! Otherwise, Taylor will think that you're making fun of him.
No, Sarah, I wasn't thinking you were making fun. I stopped because I wanted to let you make your statement. I didn't want to talk over you.
I just giggled.
Okay, that's fine. You can giggle. The only reason I stopped was because I was worried I was going to trample over what you were saying.
No.
Not this time.
Mr. Justice, do something.
Since when am I responsible for Kurt?
Kurt.
God damn it. God freaking damn it. Since when am I responsible for court security?
Well, since the two bailiffs all engaged in talking about the size of their families at the minutes,
Apollo, this is our chance. We might get some new information out of him.
Okay. Your Honor, seeing as our client has something new to say, I believe due process demands that we hear him out, even if he is a yokai.
A what?
A yokai.
Oh, a yokai, you mean?
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said yokai.
No, I said.
Sounded like yokai to me.
But that's the same thing.
No.
It's the same. Are you serious right now?
You said yokai.
Oh my God!
It sounds like it's spelled with a U. Yokai.
Why won't this case end?
When you put it that way. Still, I believe a testimony by a yokai is unprecedented in the legal world.
unprecedented in absurdity, more like.
All right then, Mr. Damien Tenma. Or should I say Mr. Tenmataro? Your testimony, please.
I shall now speak of recollections most real, courtesy of my host, Damien Tenma. Heed these words, mortals, for hear them but once you shall, unless you have to go back and go through my dialogue again to find out what's happening. Ka 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 ka. Barely conscious was Damien there amid the darkness. Suddenly, 2 yokai did appear. On one side,
2? Sorry. You. Apologies, Taylor.
on one side,
You can't tell
You
we're
can't
working
tell
remotely.
we're working remotely.
Tenmataro, ruler of Demon Kai.
Taylor, when I started speaking, you weren't speaking, and then you started, and then go, what? And freaking connections.
And then on the other, my mortal enemy, the 9-tailed fox.
That's it.
Great. Oh, great.
Ah, yes, I believe I should stick a fork in the pair of you, because you are done.
So is the defendant asserting that the room he was in was very dark at the time?
Strange as it may be, yes, indeed, all was in darkness.
And the part about Tenmataro and the 9-tailed fox being there?
Yes, that too! Tenmataro towered overhead, and the 9-tailed fox glittered gold.
He's got to be talking about the secret chamber.
I can call animal abuse, Your Honor! See, I can call. Oh, I call animal abuse. Dang it.
It would seem the defendant's recollections are not to be trusted. Yes, well, truth be told, my host's recollections are still a bit fuzzy.
Like how the voice
I'm
keeps
sorry, what?
switching back. It's like, hang on a second, for a moment there, I thought you sounded a bit like Damien Tenma.
As if half dreamt that happening lingers in his mind.
Apollo, maybe I can help here.
No mortal contrivance can prise from mine labyrinthine mind the truth of what happened that
And
day.
you haven't met Widget yet. Behold the power of Widget!
Really? Oh, you mean...
Yeah, I can hear it. The discord in his heart.
Are you sure? You can hear our Discord call? Oh, no. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum.
I sense an unusual emotion in the mayor's memory of the event.
Okay. I just hope our findings don't come back to haunt us. Again.
Oh, really? When did that happen last? Oh, wait, it was 5 minutes ago.
Analyzing.
Ah, crap, I forgot to update my graphic drivers.
Oh no, he's slightly sad. Then he is sad and shocked that the yokai appeared. On the one side, I, Tenmataro. You'd expect him to be happy here.
Yeah.
And on the other...
Angry.
Oh,
no,
I guess
you'd
here
expect him
is
to be
like...
Why is he
angry.
happy?
Yeah, why is he
Yeah.
happy that this guy appeared? So, excuse me. So, this one. Got it! When the 9-tailed fox appeared, you not only experienced shock and sadness, but also something like joy as well?
Joy? Perhaps it was joy at the light coming to my eyes at long last. A long and terrible creaking did pierce the silence on account of the lack of WD-40 within the mansion. And then there was light. On reflection, it was a door that did produce that infernal racket.
A creaking door. Huh. Oh, you must be talking about the Forbidden Chamber door. It does make a lot of noise.
So this means the Forbidden Chamber really was opened. But what about the sudden light he described?
I think I know. He mentioned darkness and Temataro towering overhead. Maybe the mayor wasn't really in the Fox Chamber at the time of the crime. Mr. Mayor, did the darkness that you were in happen to be here?
Forbidden Chamber. Boop.
Take that!
The Forbidden Chamber? Was it not the Fox Chamber where the murder did occur?
Yes, but it all makes sense if you were in the Forbidden Chamber. That terrible creaking sound was probably the Forbidden Chamber's door opening. And the towering Tenmataro you saw? Most likely the Forbidden Chamber's statue!
Why, yes, I said that would explain it. The darkness and the staff and the demon's grasp. I mean my grasp. I mean him. Yes.
But even if that is all true, but even if all that's true, then what about the nine-tailed fox?
Maybe he was seeing things? Just like Jinxie and her imaginary yokai?
Or it has something to do with the mask of the Nine Tails wrestler dude.
Fantastico, Apollo! It's entirely possible!
It is?
In a groggy, dreamlike state, people can misremember things and events.
Misremember, you say? Let me think. I do believe. I remember now. That was not the nine-tailed fox. It was the amazing Nine Tails.
What? The amazing Nine Tails?
At first, this is but a dream, I thought. Now, however, most clearly do I recall it. 'Twas the amazing Nine Tails who did open the Forbidden Chamber's door.
What? Oh, okay, that took the noise level down a bit.
I'm sorry I asked.
The amazing Ninetales? But that was the victim, Alderman Kyubi, right?
Yeah. Why would he open the Forbidden Chamber? Wasn't he trying to keep it sealed?
Oh, never mind that. This is completely new information. Let me enter it and run an update.
I mean, yeah,
And then
but
load the Vulcan shaders.
not running Linux.
Fairly conscious was Damien 10. Chamber. Full update. There's a mighty statue tower loomed overhead.
Okay. Suddenly, the door did open, and a shaft of light did pierce the groom. Groom?
The groom?
Gloom.
Oh, damn.
Groom.
And it turned out it was a muscular man.
The amazing Ninetales had come to the rescue.
Then why are you upset?
Yeah.
Got it! When the amazing Ninetales opened the chamber, banishing the darkness within, you felt joy. But didn't you also feel shock and sadness?
Yes, in the hazy depths of my mind, I do recollect something of that nature. I believe it was the fiend's cape of red. For when I did behold it, a great wave of sadness did inexplicitly?
Inexplicitly?
I think you mean inexplicably. Inexplicitly wash over me. There were no curse words involved.
A cape of red?
Apollo, We've reduced the noise level. Oh, but there's still a little left.
Mayor Tenma, why were you sad when you saw the red cape?
Why indeed?
What could this mean?
I guess his memory is still a little spotty. I know because his latest recollection contradicts the evidence.
Yeah, it's one of those contradictions that slaps you right across the face.
What?
Something this obvious could arise. when someone is trying to force a fuzzy memory into a definitive shape. Apollo, I know what you have to do. You need to present evidence that contradicts the image you see.
Oh. So it's basically the same as the usual cross-examination process? Huh. Okay. Time to review the evidence. Look out, contradiction. Here comes justice. Amid the Martu statue loomed overhead. Suddenly, the door opened and a shaft of light pierced the room. Was it a cape of red or was it blood on the floor or something?
That's what
maybe?
I'm thinking, yeah.
Was it like...
What does the Amazing Ninetales promotional image show?
That he did not have a
He
cape
doesn't
of
have
red.
a
Oh, he
cape.
doesn't have a cape. He has
It's
tails,
just the tails, yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
which would explain the sadness.
Yeah. So I guess we go present and then the picture of the
picture,
nine
yeah.
of Ninetales.
Yeah.
Not the beans, man.
I know.
God, put it away!
Objection! You said the Amazing Ninetales' cape was red. Are you sure about that?
Yes, well, I do believe it was a red cape I saw, but
Mayor Tenma! Does this cape look red to you?
oh, that certainly does not look red. Not even scarlet or crimson either. Nevertheless, upon my liberation...
when the screen was turning red, I'm like, what is happening?
Upon my liberation, something red did fill my as-yet hazy field of view. And I thought to myself, the Amazing Ninetales is arrayed in a cape of red.
So, you mistook that red something for his cape, huh?
Apparently so. And remembering it now brings a great sadness upon me.
So the red something probably wasn't a cape after all. Maybe that great sadness he mentioned is what's interfering with his memory.
Well, he would have seen the fox chamber behind the Amazing Ninetales. What red object could he have seen there that would have been that shocking? I know! Could it have been... Mr. Mayor,
Tomato sauce!
was the red thing you saw this? I feel like blood, yeah. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
Take that! Something red that could produce a deep sadness. Could it be, Mr. Tenma, that what you saw was the Alderman's blood?
Blood? Why, yes. It was blood. It's all coming back to me now. It wasn't a red cape that I saw. It was lying behind the Amazing Ninetales. The Alderman's bloody body. I'm sorry, I mean bloody body.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's just floating behind him there. He's
Does that mean that LaBelle is really that ripped then? If he disguised himself as
Jesus.
the Amazing Ninetales. Those aren't shoulder pads. Or the shoulder pads aren't as big as you think.
No.
His noise level is down to 0! I think he's remembered everything now.
Does this mean the Amazing Ninetales killed Alderman Kyubi?
But the Alderman was the Amazing Ninetales. How exactly would that work?
Hey, I
Trust
asked
nobody,
you
not
first.
even yourself.
You live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
It's like, wait, my arm! What are you doing? Put down that knife! No!
You won't stab me, you!
Hey, I asked you first!
Well, Mr. Justice, you sure know how to make a complicated matter even more complicated.
Hey, I'm not the one pretending to be a yokai, Your Honor.
What do you mean he's pretending?
Yeah, is it not?
This is a genuine yokai here in my courtroom.
are
I
you
will not have you
serious?
sully his legitimacy.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is a freaking kangaroo
Oh, very
court.
welcome, your benevolence.
Kangaroo court.
What kangaroos? No bloody kangaroos in here. What are you talking about?
Oi, mate.
When did he get here?
True, but at the time of the crime, our client was in the Forbidden Chamber. Moreover,
Silence! Hoy! Don't you think this is strange? I've never heard the word hoy used in quite that way, but the little scamp has already confirmed her father to be in the Fox Chamber. But she said naught about seeing the amazing Ninetales there.
yeah. Oh, you just had to bring that up, didn't you?
Jinxie didn't see LaBelle there either. It's so weird. Who really was in that room then?
Would the defense care to share any theories with the court?
No.
Can you explain the inconsistency between the defendant's testimony and his daughter's?
The mask.
What about the mask?
Oh, the mask was discarded. That washed up in the
But that
river.
doesn't explain why she said that she saw him in the...
Because if they were wearing the mask, they could have tossed the mask, and then it was like, I suppose she'd not see LaBelle.
No, I mean, she saw him. I think the reason is because Damien was dragged out of the Forbidden Chamber and into the chair. So that's the reason for the inconsistency. By the time she'd opened the door, the killer was already gone. That's the only thing I can think of that we can offer an explanation for, and I don't know if we have proof for that.
Well, should we attempt a yes, I guess, and just see what happens? Or should we say
Yes,
no?
I guess.
Yes, of course I can explain it. Because if I don't, we're in serious trouble.
Not with more of your bluffs and fairy tales, I trust. Fair warning, Justice Stono. I shall have your head if you fail to explain this.
What about a good old-fashioned penalty?
Clearly, that is not enough of a deterrent for you.
Well, Mr. Justice, let's see if you have a head worth keeping on your shoulders.
First of all, Mr. LaBelle was definitely in the Fox Chamber while it was locked. We also know that Mayor Tenma was in the Forbidden Chamber based on his testimony. These two facts are crucial to my explanation. So let us consider the following question. If the facts point to Florent LaBelle and the victim being there at the scene, why did Jinxie Tenma see the victim and her father, Mayor Tenma?
Very good question indeed. And I suppose you have an answer for us.
What did we find in the thing? We found
The hand cream.
it was the hand cream.
which
it wasn't.
Phil pilfered off
It
of
wasn't the
LaBelle.
color. It wasn't the color.
We also found the statue. There was also the scroll, but we didn't pick that up. We found the broken piece of the statue under the table in the Fox chamber.
I was just like, is it possible he could have disguised himself as thingy, as Tenma, as Damien Tenma? But probably not.
It's just there's the thing with the mask. I just wondered if it was like that someone could have just worn that mask and no one would know, and then they'd chuck it out the window and then hide.
Yeah,
but,
no, absolutely.
But
What was that? Sorry. Good question. I suppose you have an answer for us. Yeah. Sadly, you would be supposing wrong.
you think she could have mistaken LaBelle for the mayor?
Well, if she did, then the question is, why did she do that?
Well, how about that explanation, Mr. Justice? I believe the time for questions is over. The defense asserts that Florent LaBelle was at the scene of the crime. However, Jinxie Tenma has testified that she saw her father collapse there. If she has, in fact, misremembered the event, what could have made her do so?
So, Yeah, Lavelle was
It's got
disguised
to
as
be.
Tenma.
Well, no, we've already established that it was Filch that was disguised as Tenma.
True.
Damien Tenma.
Damien Tenma this time, though.
I don't mean
maybe.
Tenma
Oh,
Taro.
What's the hairspray? Because he's got the hairspray. He can
does.
change the colour of his hair. Washes out with water.
Yes.
So he could have...
He
I
could have
suppose he
changed
could
his
have
hair.
colored his hair black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing...
The figure Miss Tenma saw was not her father. It was Florent LaBelle, disguised as Damien Tenma.
Silence!
Oh, and he did say he made his suit for him as well.
He made the suit for. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
LaBelle designed Tenma's, so maybe
Yeah.
he's got
More
a
than
copy.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a complete impossibility. Their faces are utterly unalike. How could you explain that away with a mere disguise?
And that's where the fox mask comes in. Because he was wearing the fox mask, she didn't see his face, and then when he opened the door to the Forbidden Chamber, the actual Damien
Damien
Tenma
it
saw
was-
the fox mask,
Yeah.
and so he got excited, but it was actually
LaBelle.
LaBelle. Yes.
Yes, they both do have incredibly distinctive faces.
Maybe the disguise completely hid his face?
I think Jinxie would have mentioned if she couldn't see her father's face.
And if it was that sort of disguise, wouldn't she have removed it?
Oh, right.
Your sword is as dull as your mind, Justice Dono.
Oh, maybe not then.
Shall I show you what a truly sharp blade is capable of?
I think I'll pack.
Oh.
He killed me.
Are you okay, Apollo?
I'm not fine, am I?
Well, now that we have that little fairy tale out of the way,
I just felt like we were really close.
your boldness, your verdict, if you will.
Mr. Justice, I believe it's time for a verdict if you have no further arguments.
What's even left for me to do?
Apollo! Remember what Mr. Wright always says. When you're stuck in a tight spot, turn the case upside down.
I could say, admittedly, this doesn't feel like an actual, no, you got it wrong. It feels like we're supposed to get this wrong.
Yeah.
Turn the case upside down? He does say that, doesn't he? But I don't quite see how it applies here. Still, never hurts to give it a try, I guess. Let's see. Rather than Jinxie didn't remove the disguise, maybe she couldn't remove it. And rather than she didn't tell anyone about the disguise, maybe it was she couldn't talk about it.
Oh, of course.
Uh-huh.
There's where the mask comes in. Okay. A wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He'd never unmask himself in front of others. But there are matches where the wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself.
And what about the fact that it was the amazing Ninetales who opened the door? A mask that can't be removed in front of others. Can these facts turn things around? We got it all backwards!
Apollo?
I think we might have made a huge mistake!
What, becoming a lawyer to begin with?
Oh, shut up, you meanie.
Your boldness, I see no need to further indulge them in their silly little farce. The defense has no proof. They never did, and they never will.
And it seems I must announce my verdict.
Objection! I do have proof!
Do you now?
All right, but this better be good, Mr. Justice.
We can solve the remaining riddles by turning all of our assumptions upside down. Why Jinxie Tenma mistook Mr. LaBelle for her father? Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it oh my god. Why she couldn't remove the costume or tell anyone about it in the first place? These riddles are inextricably linked to Mayor Tenma's secret identity.
A what?
A shocking secret identity that will turn the entire premise of this case upside down.
Is
Wait a
Mayor
minute, is Mayor
Tenma-
Tenma actually the Amazing Ninetales?
I was gonna say, yeah,
What the-
that
what
does
the-
seem like that might be the...
What?
This piece of evidence clearly reveals Mayor Tenma's secret identity.
What the F? It's gotta be. But white hair, though.
Well, I mean, maybe he dyed it. I don't know.
Ah.
Take that!
Gah! What's absolute claptrap, poppycock, balderdash?
Yes, if there was no doubt that he was British before, or if there was any doubt that he was British before.
We thought the Alderman was the Amazing Ninetales and the mayor was Tenma Taro. That's why we believed the mayor killed the Alderman in his lust for Ninetales' veil. And it was the basis for the prosecution's entire case against our client. However, we got the whole thing backwards.
Oh?
Mayor Tenma wasn't Tenma Taro at all. He was the Amazing Ninetales.
God, so
What's this?
the idiocy is giving me heartburn. You'd best explain yourself, Justice Dono. And from where you derived such a far-fetched conclusion.
Jinxie no doubt knew the true identity of the Amazing Ninetales, but she couldn't tell anyone no matter what. That's why she didn't say it was the Amazing Ninetales she saw passed out. Even though, unbeknownst to her, it was really Florent LaBelle in disguise.
Silence! The accused and that deceitful dandy are utterly dissimilar in physical build and voice. The little scamp would have seen the difference.
Objection! Remember Mr. LaBelle has his very own brand of cosmetics? Why couldn't he fake a different bill, too? And anyone speaking through a mask would naturally sound different.
Silence! Why did she not simply pull the mask off?
Objection!
Oh, this is getting tiresome.
It's all right when it's you doing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Silence!
Objection! A masked wrestler's disguise is more precious than life itself. As a huge fan of the Amazing Ninetales, she would never dare unmask him.
Oh, the psychic damage from your stupidity. Oh.
It's this determination of mine. This case of mistaken identity also explains the riddle of the locked room mystery.
And by all means, Mr. Justice, answer it for us already.
First, Mr. LaBelle entered the room where the mayor and alderman were talking. I suspect he brought with it...
Are you all right, Mr. Justice?
It's okay, I'm getting tongue-tied. It's so exciting!
I know.
I suspect he brought with him coffee laced with some sort of sedative.
Yeah, that would be 100% a way to get me. Just be like, here, Taylor, here's some coffee.
Oh,
great.
fuck you! I mean, you wouldn't need the sedative, honestly.
It's true. It's true.
It's like, Taylor, why don't you go have a nap? You don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, yeah,
Dives
sounds like a
into
great
a corner.
idea.
Once the alderman was out cold,
Kushblat.
that's when Mr. LaBelle killed him.
Wait a minute, where did you get that still image of him?
It's like some sort of anime. Next, he took the mayor, who was also drugged, into the Forbidden Chamber. Then he returned to the fox chamber, slipped into some of the mayor's spare clothes that he happened to have on him, I guess, and completed the disguise by donning the amazing Ninetales mask. With his entire charade in place, Mr. LaBelle then let out a scream.
Oh!
I said, oh! The scream that led Jinxie Tenma to the scene.
Oh! So then... the person who said I killed Alderman Kyubi was...
That's right. Yep, that was Florent LaBelle in disguise. The mayor never actually confessed.
Silence! This is no more than guesswork and speculation. Now, stop your jabbering and...
Objection! No, you twisted samurai. This time, you stop your jabbering and let me finish making my case.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Once Ms. Tenma left the scene, Mr. LaBelle, still wearing the mayor's clothes and mask, opened the forbidden chamber so he could drag the mayor back out into the fox chamber.
Oh, so the amazing Ninetales the mayor saw was...
Right. It was LaBelle opening the forbidden chamber. The second time Mr. LaBelle opened the door to the forbidden chamber, he happened to catch the thieving Mr. Filch by surprise. Startled, Mr. Filch in his Tenmataro disguise ran as fast as he could away from the room. As he did, he left behind him a trail of feathers and tracks, and gave Ms. Tenma the scare of her life in the hallway.
Wow, this really would not have come together without some really unfortunate twists of fate.
Yeah.
With no one left to witness the events that had occurred, Mr. LaBelle then proceeded to drag the sleeping mayor back into the fox chamber.
I see. Well, that all certainly does make sense.
Then, after dragging the mayor back into the fox chamber, Mr. LaBelle threw the mask out the window and fled the room.
Silence! For this absurd theory to work, it requires that the defendant be the amazing Ninetales. However, he was the one pushing for the municipal murder. Murder. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from. That such an individual could possibly be the amazing Ninetales is preposterous!
Objection! The mayor was blackmailed into pursuing the merger. Ms. Tenma's life would have been in danger if he'd Ms. Tenma's life would have been in danger if he had openly voiced his opposition. That's why he created a secret identity as the amazing Ninetales.
God! This is madness. Oh, no one could possibly hatch such an insane plot.
No one except a killer as insane as this No one except a killer as his plot. God dang it. No one except a killer as insane as his plot. And I'd say Florent LaBelle more than qualifies.
Foolish mortal. It is at your own peril that you forget who I am.
Speaking of insane people, Mayor Tenma, it's okay now. Jinxie will be safe as soon as Mr. LaBelle is arrested. You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you?
LaBelle.
I suspect. Hold it! You have quite the active imagination. Mayor Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales. Objection!
I am, darling.
Oh my god, what if? What do you mean? Well, has the mayor admitted to it yet? But that's just... And even if he did admit to such nonsense, I would reveal the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now.
Do you mean to tell me that you've perjured yourself again? I gave you an explicit warning that I would be cross if you did that.
What?
Huh? Why, you would dare reveal the secret.
My good friend. The Alderman told me all about it. But it wouldn't be good to expose the truth. What with the superstitions now, would it? The truth behind Tenma Taro. What's he talking about? So, go ahead, say it. Say, I am the amazing Ninetales. I dare you. Objection! Wait! Will somebody please explain what's going on here? Mayor Tenma will do anything to keep the truth behind Tenma Taro a secret. A dark, terrible truth that has been kept secret by the village superstitions.
Do you remember how a long time ago I had that theory that maybe Tenma Taro was actually the good guy and that Fox was the bad guy or something?
Oh,
I'm wondering if that's what the secret is.
And if the mayor admits to being the amazing Ninetales, you'll expose the truth? Right. I won't have him walking free because of some nonsense you made up.
So, what now, Justice Dono? Without the mayor's admission, your theory is as useless as you are in battle.
I'll show you who's useless.
Oh,
Apollo! Don't you dare give up now!
I know! Your Honor, I believe Mr. LaBelle's statements warrant a thorough cross-examination. After all, the true identity of the amazing Ninetales is the cornerstone of this case.
You do have a point there. Please answer this court, Mr. LaBelle. Is the defendant the amazing Ninetales or not?
Just keeps on going. It just keeps on going.
I am kind of amazed. Like I thought we were definitely
I
there.
thought we were at the end there.
The amazing Ninetales' true identity is not Mayor Tenma. The mayor would never admit to such utter nonsense. But if he did admit to such nonsense, I will expose the truth behind Tenma Taro right here and now.
You do know that, like, threatening to do something if he claims something doesn't really make it look like it's not true?
Yeah.
And that would bring ruin upon Ninetales Vale, just as the superstitions say.
Because if it turned out that the fox was a bad guy, then everyone would question exactly what happened, and then they'd have an identity crisis and everything. That's my theory.
Yeah.
A game theory.
Taylor, I know that you really, really, really want to be right, and it's super important to you that it's right. But it's okay. It's okay.
You're right.
I know that you have to try and be like, I got it! But it's okay. Just let it happen. Let's see what it goes. Talk about out of the pot and into the fire. At this rate, the mayor will be found guilty for sure.
Honestly speaking, if Mayor Denmian.
Oh no, it's catching.
Honestly speaking, if Mayor Damien Tenma is not the amazing Ninetales, I'm afraid I don't see how the defense has much of a case here.
And let's just leave it at that, shall we? We all know Alderman Kyubi was the amazing Ninetales anyway. I mean, that's how Ninetales Vale made a comeback. The Alderman was so popular. There's gotta be a hole in that testimony somewhere. But I don't even know where to start.
We do. Pressing everything.
Since we don't have any proof that the mayor is the Amazing Ninetails, then we'll just have to get him to admit it himself.
But if he admits it, LaBelle's going to expose the secret behind Tenmataro. We're so close, I know it!
Defense may cross-examine the witness.
What's examination? Alrighty. Hold it! This whole case only makes sense if the mayor is the Amazing Ninetails. I know you used his mask to create this illusion of a locked room murder.
Silence! Nothing more than idle speculation. You've no evidence now, have you?
Objection! Mr. LaBelle knows what this statue originally looked like. That means he had to be in the Fox Chamber while it was still locked tight. Hold it! Sorry, but I heard about the statue from Alderman Kyubi. If you don't believe me, just ask him. Oh, but what's that? The Alderman's dead? Looks like the joke's on you, my sweaty little friend.
Apollo! You mind if I wring his neck?
Oh, wait in line, because I'm going first.
I would get in on that too, actually.
Temper. Anyway. Hold it! The only nonsense here in this court is you and your assertions. Tisk tisk. Such anger is terrible for the skin, you know. Beauty is like a flower that blooms forth from a serene heart. Excuse me?
This is...
I wouldn't expect a wilted peasant like you to understand. Perhaps this fragrance will help you the blossom within you bloom.
It tastes like...
Tastes like ass!
tastes like hydrogen peroxide.
Jesus.
You liked that, didn't you?
Not really.
Enough jabbering about blossoms and whatnot. Get on with your testimony before I slice you into a bouquet of cut flowers.
Oh dear. Please excuse me. As I was saying, the assertion of our wilted attorney here is utter nonsense.
You know, it's very offensive to call a man wilted.
Hold it! You'd be arrested, wouldn't you? Yes, it's true. I would be sacrificed upon the altar of justice, despite my innocence.
I don't even have an altar.
But what a terrible loss that would be for the future of humankind's cosmetic needs.
But you don't sell them.
No. It is a tragedy that must be averted. Defend me if you understand this.
Silence! The only terrible loss is the time wasted by your ceaseless yammering. If you would avert the tragedy awaiting you and that vexing visage of yours, then...
Yes, I know. Get on with my testimony. Anyhow, suffice to say, should the mayor admit to the defense's nonsense, I will make good on my threat, and I will expose the truth. Hold it! And just how did you learn of this so-called truth behind Tenmataro? Alderman Kyubi told me all about it. The secret of the Forbidden Chamber and the truth behind Tenmataro. Why would he share secrets like that with you, Mr. LaBelle? Because of the Alderman's wife. I was looking after her while she was hospitalized.
Oh no, does she have incuritis as well?
Oh
Maybe.
no.
He appreciated it so much. He shared the secrets with me.
Wait, did he threaten the Alderman in addition to the mayor?
Don't tell me that's how he learned how to open the Forbidden Chamber. Needless to say, I am not above revealing the truth behind Tenma Taro. Hold it! Do not gaze upon Tenma Taro. Do not tell others if you see him. Isn't that what the village superstitions say? Exactly. Telling others what Tenma Taro looks like would reveal the truth. That's why the superstitions were written down in the first place. And ruin coming to the village if you free him. Isn't that a warning not to expose the truth?
Oh, it's a metaphor.
Bingo! And that truth is, Tenma Taro is a great, greed-inspiring fortune.
Oh no, they got oil there in Ninetales Vale. America's gonna come and take it.
That's what the whole battle over Ninetales Vale is all about. Tenma Taro is a great fortune? Huh. Come to think of it.
I think of the guy with the beans.
The beans!
The beans.
It's the beans guy!
Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Said there's an amazing treasure in there.
Could Tenma Taro actually be?
Forbidden Chamber treasure?
I feel like saying it was Mayor Tenma would sort of be undercutting ourselves at this point.
At this point, yeah. Telling the villagers that Tenma Taro is a terrifying yokai is what has scared them away from the Forbidden Chamber and the treasure within. That's how the treasure has been kept secret all this time. Well. It seems our ace attorney here has uncovered the truth that must not be revealed.
Guys, he said the line! He said the line!
Mayor Tenma looks like he wants to keep the truth hidden about as much as I do. Tragedy is doomed to repeat itself as long as Tenma Taro exists. That's why.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go on. You wonder if what?
No, I wonder if the treasure they're talking about is the big egg thing that they... Because you remember the monks on the mural were like carrying something up to the top of the mountain or whatever? I wonder if that's the...
The egg of
Probably.
Mantumbi. Probably.
Yeah.
Egg.
Well, and honestly, in the current economy, even a single egg is a treasure.
Well, yeah, there is
Oh my
that.
God.
There is that.
That's why the secret must be protected. As long as Tenma Taro exists, huh? Mr. LaBelle, please add that statement to your testimony.
A what?
Tragedy is doomed to repeat as long as Tenma Taro exists.
Oh, it was stolen! The treasure was
Stolen.
already stolen!
Yeah.
Because of the beans guy!
Azuki Kozo.
I guess we just all...
Why
I
did
didn't.
you object
I
with
didn't mean to press it. Now I've ruined a perfect score.
Oh, darling!
It's because
Damn it!
I pressed triangle and it's missing. I screwed it.
Bugger.
Take this, my attorney's badge.
It's because I wanted to cancel out of it and save it, and now I screwed it. Okay. Objection! Me and the boys what, Taylor?
At 3 a.m. looking for beans or washing some beans.
Washing some beans.
Looking for the beans so that they could then proceed to wash the beans. Mr. LaBelle, what if Tenma Taro no longer existed? Revealing the truth would no longer be an issue, would it? If Tenma Taro no longer existed? What on earth are you talking about? Oh, apparently you haven't heard. Tenmataro no longer exists. But I guess you didn't get to do a thorough search after the key was taken from you. Because when we searched the Forbidden Chamber, there wasn't any treasure there. Really? Well, maybe you weren't looking in the right place. Sorry, but I have proof that Tenmataro no longer exists.
Yeah!
Take a look at this.
God, what is that?
Take a look at this hideous abomination. I mean figure.
Put it away, please.
What do we have here? Looks like some sort of creature.
Hey, that's my grandpet.
I thought I could see the family resemblance.
We found this in the Forbidden Chamber. It's an Azuki Kozo figure. The great thief Azuki Kozo used to leave them at the scene of his crimes. Oh, are you suggesting that the Tenmataro has been stolen? Yep. Phineas Filch's grandfather, a master thief, was the culprit. And by that hideous moronic caretaker's grandfather, no less. No! My beautiful golden Tenmataro was... The greed inspired by Tenmataro can no longer bring ruin upon Ninetails Vale. Isn't that right, Mayor Tenma?
The root of all tragedy would indeed seem to be gone. In fact, I now recall the Alderman revealing the secret to me on the day of our meeting. He must have been speaking of Tenmataro. For he said to me the gold ingot was gone. I thought that was strange. I was wondering if he was referring to a chest in Minecraft.
The gold ingot? You mean the treasure that is Tenmataro's true form?
Recall, if you will, the scroll in the Forbidden Chamber. Tenmataro is the yellowish egg-like object shown there.
I hope it's not an egg.
I don't think it is. I think it was just a pile of...
I hope they show the scroll and it's not an egg. Because you're like going, the egg.
Don't
and it's
know
like,
if it was an egg.
Actually,
I
surprise.
thought it was.
I
just
vaguely
looked-
recall.
It just looked like a mound of gold to me, I think.
A clump.
A giant gold ingot that my nomadic ancestors bestowed upon Ninetails Vale.
It's a clump.
Yes,
It is
because
indeed a clump.
because you said it looked like a Korok seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
I was wrong.
Not actually an
I'm a
egg.
fool.
In return for that gold, my ancestors did receive from Ninetails Vale land that would become Tenmatown. But drive the villagers mad with greed did that great fortune. Bitter was that greed-fueled battle. It was as if they were possessed. Yeah. My ancestors' gold became as a curse upon their village. A curse of ruin.
Whoops. Did anyone else hear
What
that
was that
noise?
What was that noise? But it was not a bell of ruin that was rung and put people to sleep, no.
I know what you're talking about.
Thus it was that the yokai Tenmataro came to be.
So, Tenmataro and the village superstitions were merely fairy tales to scare people away.
Fairy tales or not, Tenmataro made quite the mess of things. Yes, indeed, for there is no greater monster than a mortal man's lust for gold.
Well, you know what they say. The love of money is the root of all evil.
My ancestors did bring a terrible thing here to Ninetails Vale. A thing so terrible that Tenmataro, a monster just as terrible, had to be created to keep it a secret. I don't know why I'm continuing to pretend to be possessed as
I was gonna say, I'm like,
undermining my own act here. Yet we have naught but love for the little village to which we owe our very existence. Tenma Town would never seek to take over Ninetales Vale, imagine.
Oh my! That was quite a shocking lesson in history.
Mr. Mayor, now that we know Tenmataro no longer exists, are you ready to admit your secret? You are the amazing Ninetales, aren't you?
But is it the amazing Ninetales?
I love how you made this point about having a go at me in the previous one because it's like you wanted to see what happened next, and now we're on the cusp, and you're
Well,
like,
actually, Pete, it's not the previous one. It's going to be the next one. 'Cause
Yeah,
you got to
well.
remember, we record.
I know. I was referring to the
Well,
way
if
we
you
record.
want to keep going, that's fine. Nobody told me the memo. Nobody gave me a clue.
Well,
did
last
you?
time there was no memo. You just decided.
Because I thought it was like we knew we were getting there.
I mean, with this, I feel like we know we're getting here, but
But are
You
we
said
though?
that at the start of the episode.
I did. It's true.
Do you want to continue?
I don't know. It feels like it can't be long, but at the same time, this is Ace Attorney. Black Quill could
We've
just.
said this before.
Black Quill could just be like, "Oh, actually, I've got some entirely new farce for you to have to deal with." So
All right, you carry on if
look
you
at
want.
that.
I don't know.
Do you
The
want? To...
DNA evidence has just come back. Turns out, I'm 100% bad.
I have updated the autopsy report. Or updated the DNA report.
I feel as though the moment is part.
Why was there a gavel? Who swore? Did I swear?
No, I'm worried about Taylor's one.
Oh,
What did he say?
dang it, Lizzo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we'll have to find out next time, everybody. We're sorry. We're not sorry. We're kind of sorry, maybe a little bit. Maybe just a little bit.
And I'm not doing the outros anymore because I get told off. So there you go. There you go, Pete.
Oh, all right
there you
then.
go.
All
Off
right then.
you do it.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you did, why don't you hit the like button? If you didn't, hit the dislike button. It's all engagement, baby. We love it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notifications of our stuff. And with that, we'll catch you in the next one, everybody.
See you later, guys.
And remember, everyone, keep your gold under lock and key, lest it bring misfortune upon you, and then you have to act as though you're a possessed demon for an extremely long period of time. My voice is going to be ruined.